Yes, absolutely fine with me.
Okay, so then I'll start the session. So,
Yeah, sure.
good afternoon, everyone. This is Miss Mamta, ma'am. She's the she's a part of the directorate of World Association of Women Warriors, uh, who actually enable aspiring women entrepreneurs and professionals towards accomplishing their potential and business objectives. She's here today to talk about any legal any any changes in laws or any things that she feels might be necessary to empower women further and to uh, so that women can take a right direction towards entrepreneurship skills. So, ma'am, my first question to you is that as of now, a lot of employers, they have the system of night shifts, right? And a lot of women also go and work there because today's world is somewhat gives somewhat of freedom to women, and they do go and work for these shifts, right? So my question to you is, like, if a woman is working till late, or if she has to take part in these late shifts or take part in overtime, do you feel that it should be the employer's responsibility, as well as legally binding it should be legally binding responsibility, and by law an employer should provide a means of transport to such women? uh,
Thank you so much for the wonderful, the details which you have given, and for the question also. So, first of all, I just want to say that, before jumping into the any answer or any conclusion, I just want to say that women are the backbone of any economy. Their contribution in shaping the future of the country is undoubtedly significant. So earlier they used to, work in the home and perform duties in various forms. Now they are performing their duties in house as well as in the workplace. So they are basically balancing the home as well as the workplace. So it becomes the responsibility of any nation. In fact, for any corporate also, it becomes their responsibility to take care of the woman who is contributing so much in building the nation. So every company, every nation should ensure the safety and security of the female at workplace as well as in the society. So when you are talking about, the safety with respect to the late nights, yes, the scenario is like this, that women are, working in night shifts also, and it is not only restricted to the call centers, but many corporates are also, having such kind of culture of late shifts. So uh, I believe that not only but in fact, legally also, it is like no woman should be forced to work after 7 p.m. And if they are working after 7 p.m., there should be a proper, approval system in place, and only 2 hours of overtime should be allowed when you are taking your when you're, having the woman employee in the workstation, then you must provide the cab after 7 p.m., and that cab should be, provided at the doorsteps. So it is like pickup facility also, and the drop facility also should be at the doorstep. Next is the cab driver should be pre-screened and with police verification also, and the company should have the complete biodata of that particular cab driver. So we have seen that there are drivers who are just taking the cab, they are taking the female staff just like that. So there should be a pre-schedule, so the route should be pre-designed, the cab driver should be pre-assigned by some of the supervisors. So there should be a supervisory office, or you can say the admin office should be there, who is, who is finalizing the route map, who is finalizing the cab driver, and the details of the driver in the route should be given to the female employee well in advance, so that the female staff is also aware, like who with whom we are going. Also, it is important that the phone numbers of the female staff should not be given to the drivers or to any other people uh, whom she do not want to. So there should be a consent while you are handing over the phone numbers to the cab drivers or to any other people. So without their consent, no phone number should be given to the cab drivers or any other person. The other thing is the cab driver must be wearing the I-card. When I say I-card, it means that the female staff should identify that yes, this is the driver with whom we are supposed to go. So the I-card should be there. And if you have hired some cab facility from the vendor, in that particular case, the details of the vendor should be there. The proper vendor agreement should be in place. And the trusted security guard should also be placed in the particular cab. So when I say trusted security guard, it means that the scrutiny of that particular person should also be with the corporate, with the employer. So apart from the cab driver, there should be one person who would be assisting the female employee from the office to the workstation, and from the workstation to the home, and from home to workstation. In fact, uh, uh, you know there should not be any single incidents when you are picking the female first and dropping the female first. So either so in at no point the female should be left alone with the security guard or with the driver. So either you can pick two female at one particular point, or whatever the case may be. So this is something which is very much important. A company must take regular feedback from these employees, like how is the driver, how is the security, and how is the route, at whether the route is actually they are feeling safe or not. Also, the corporate should do some kind of surprise check on a regular basis of the vehicle, of the route, and of the driver. So this is must to do the surprise check. In fact, apart from this, we have seen that there are the control rooms. In fact, in Ola cabs also, we have seen that there are control rooms wherein the cabs are getting tracked. So likewise, the company or corporate should also have some kind of control room or travel desk to monitor the vehicle movement. So either telephonically or GPRS enabled. We are so technology driven, so GPRS, we can have a GPRS driven technology system well in place. Also, just like other companies, the other professional companies, we can also have a helpline number, so females can have the helpline numbers to sort any kind of help at any time. Apart from the helpline number, we should also support the female staff with the numbers of 3 senior staff and HR people. So these are some important steps. I think it should be taken care before assigning any night shift task to the female. In fact, if we talk about the factory law, if we are allowing female, if we want to have female staff after 8 p.m., then approval from the local government authorities are required. Okay.
Ma'am, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you, but we are streaming on YouTube, so if you could switch on your camera so that it would seem more engaging. And
Sure, sure, sure.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And you were talking about the Factories Act. Uh,
Yeah, Factories Act. I'll talk in short that in Factories Act also, it is important that you should have, if you're asking for a female staff to, be there after 8 p.m., then you should have, the approval from the government authorities. So it should be in place well in advance. So these are some steps which are very important. When you are having such kind of thing in place, and if you want any female staff to stay back at night, so these are some steps which should be taken care of.
Ma'am, what is your opinion on female cab drivers being employed for this situation?
Yes, that is a very good idea, but whether it is female or whether it is male, a proper scrutiny is very much important. Okay, so at this era, it is very much important. We cannot, rely totally on the female cab drivers. Uh, it is important whether it is female or male cab drivers. It is important to have a police verification. It is very much important to have a pre-scrutiny of that particular person. It is very much important to have all the details, where she lives or where he lives, and what does she do, and what is her past record, track records, so that the company is also feeling safe. Yes, that yes, my female staff is in a safe and secure system. And it is a responsibility of a corporate to give a safe and secure system to the female employees. And providing cap is one of the area.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so my next question is a little bit personal. So, uh, considering that a lot of women entrepreneurs, right, although they're striving towards freedom, at their homes, they're not given as much freedom. And even right now in 2020, and also because of the lockdown, there were cases of domestic violence at home. And such legal battles can actually be very exhausting and can put enormous toll on a woman. So, what do you think about such a problem? Because I feel that if women are allowed to be are liberated and take part into more entrepreneurship activities, such disputes do happen in the household. So, what is your opinion on this?
See, domestic violence is one of the area which is is in the lockdown. We have seen a very high cases for with respect to domestic violence. In fact, I can say in every 9 minutes, as per the data, in every 9 minutes we have seen a cases of domestic violence. So the data says that 86% of the women does not know where to go and to whom to report, and in fact they prefer not to go anywhere. Okay, so they keep silent. They because women, when we say the word woman, it means following the rules, keeping mum, and they are in a psychology that if they will say anything, it will go against them. So 86% of the women does not speak anything related to the event, and remaining 40% seek for the help. However, only 7% are the female who get proper help and proper support from police, from NGO, and from other people. So this is the latest report which we have received in the year 2020. So this is the scenario which we are having. If we talk about the remedies are basically the awareness. If we educate the girl at a very first stage. So we say that we say beti bachao, beti padhao, and beti bachao abhiyan. So padhao is basically child education. We have to focus more and more on child education, because if a girl child is aware of the things, she will be, she will take the things more confidently and more courageously. We should educate our girl child to say no at a very early stage. Our girl child do not know how to say no. In fact, we also do not know how to say no, and that is why 86% of the women are, they feel they prefer to, keep mum at all the stage. So we should not keep mum. We should raise our voice. We should, we should know how to say no when the things are not in an appropriate, way. So when the things are, going in an unpleasant or in a wrong way, then we should know how to say no. And we have seen a movie also, and nowadays we are seeing lot many movies with respect to domestic violence. So we should teach our girl child to, say no. We should make them confident enough. We should make them, we should educate them. However, every woman is not so courageous and bold to fight her own battle. So they need some support, and the support can be given by NGOs. So there are many NGOs who support such kind of women. They support by guiding them. They tell the laws. They talk about the, the things which can go in favor of them. They take these women to the police stations. So with such kind of support, the NGOs are really, helping such women. So awareness is very much important, and that is what you are also doing. So creating an awareness and educating the girl child is very much essential if you want to drop such cases. Third is, we have to educate our boys also. So when we are talking about girls, and we are talking key how to say no, so we are educating them how to say no. At the same way, we have to teach our boys how to respect the woman. Okay, so it is important for us to teach them and make a society wherein they feel safe. Because if every house will teach their girl and the boy child about the the respect angle, they will give the awareness, they will give the education, I think the society will move in a very positive way, and such kind of domestic violence will go down. Also, we should have stringent laws. We have seen that there are delays in so many cases. There are people who do not take the FIRs well on time. So there should be a zero FIR system, because I have also observed such thing in my life, not about the domestic violence, but yes, for the other cases I've seen that there is lot of harassment when you try to lodge a complaint. So they harass you in a manner, and especially they think that they are women, they will not go to the come to the police station, they will not lodge this thing, and they are not so brave enough, courageous enough. Their parents or their family member will not allow them to step into the police station, and that is why they try to threaten them or try to mold their conversation so that they do not lodge any kind of FIR. So such systems we have seen. So zero FIR should be there. There should be fast track courts in a high number. We have seen lot of delays in the past, wherein delays have happened. And as you rightly said that there are times when we feel so much exhausted with the case which we filed. So the mental trauma is very much high. So the court and the law should be very stringent enough. And last but not the least, government has so many policies with respect to safety and security, but the awareness level is very low. They publish, they market their own things. When we see the elections, there are so many campaigns which go around. However, when we talk about women's safety, I think this is the least, this is the sector, or this is a segment which has been which has not been taken so seriously. So the awareness level should be on a higher scale from government side. So these are the things, I think, if we will adopt all these measures, I think the rate of domestic violence will get reduced.
Definitely, ma'am. So, ma'am, moving again towards entrepreneurship. So, I feel that women have always found innovative solutions to conventional problems. For example, there is this venture called Fool India, who
Hmm.
actually won the UN Climate Action Awards, and they have used ceremonial flowers which are in rivers. They
Hmm.
solved this problem of river pollution in the Ganga River by taking these ceremonial flowers which pollute the river, and they've converted these flowers that were drenched in this water to create
Hmm.
biodegradable packaging that can also be planted, and उससे मतलब tree saplings उसमें रहता है seed, and then it will basically grow
Ah,
into a plant. So,
yes.
do you think there are any reforms that you'd like to see in the Indian entrepreneurship segment, especially in the women, for women?
Yes, rightly said. And in fact, we have seen lot many women who are doing wonders, not only in the urban areas, but we have seen lot many women who are coming forward and showing their very interesting and innovative part from the rural segment also. So the females from the rural areas have also come up with lot many ideas, lot many innovative ideas. And this corona time has given a woman a chance to explore themselves in a very nice way. So this is something, women were always intelligent, they were always innovative, and that is why we always say that they are the backbone of any economy. they have the capability to do wonders. And in fact, I would like to say that the number of females passing out every year are much more higher than the men. So this is the inequality which is basically dominating everywhere. And in fact, in the domestic violence also, it was all because of the inequality. Here also, when we talk about the entrepreneurship, whether it is on the traditional form or it is on a new on a new and reformed side, it is basically the females who are coming up with new ideas, though they were having those ideas earlier also. But due to lack of awareness, guidance and support from the family and from the environment, you can say, or from the society, we can say. So due to lack of all these things, they were not coming ahead. But now, due to education and the support system and with the learning, they are coming ahead, and we are seeing a lot of wonders. And in fact, we have seen that the government has also given lot many provisions to women entrepreneurs. There are lot many schemes which are for, especially for women entrepreneurs. In fact, the government also want women entrepreneurs to that should be a sector which should be there, and they want to establish this in a very strong way. So the only thing is that the learning should be there. There should be a support system, which I feel that again it is missing. But there are some NGOs which are giving such kind of support system, uh, to make them, to give them the informed choices. So there are many choices, but when we adopt the informed choices, then our suggestions, then our what we say, decisions are much more in a very wise manner. So I think the NGOs are giving, there are a lot many NGOs. In fact, our NGO also, a World Association of Women Warrior, is also working on this particular platform, wherein we support the entrepreneurs by we have a repository of leaders, entrepreneurs, uh, and they share their experience, they guide them, they give them the partners, they associate them with a particular mentor, so that they get all the guidance, they get all the things from those mentors. So this is a support system which we are encouraging. And not only this particular our NGO, but there are many other NGOs who are supporting. And in fact, I've seen that in this COVID, there are a lot many women entrepreneurs who have come ahead, and they want to do something new. They want to do something adventurous. You were talking about the female cab drivers. There are companies who are into this cabs, and the female entrepreneurs are leading into it. There are many companies wherein which was earlier dominated by only men, but now it is now dominated by female. So I think learning is one of the important step, learning and support, which can reform and which can change the whole economic system, and the females can come ahead with a big bang. I believe this.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, this question is going to be the final question from our side, and then we'll take the questions of the audiences who've already
Yeah.
typed their questions here. So, ma'am, your organization recently hosted an event called the Four Fs, Feathers for Fearless Flight. So, ma'am, what does this expression mean to you, both emotionally and if you were to describe it probably in a legal format or any way?
So when you are saying feather for fearless flight, I will give you an expression in Hindi because it is emotionally connected to us. It means that हम जब एक कोई भी लड़की उड़ान भरती है, तो वो उड़ान जो है फियरलेस होनी चाहिए, कोई डर के बगैर नहीं होनी चाहिए, कोई हेजिटेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए. शी शुड नो व्हेन टू से नो, शी शुड नो वेयर शी शुड गो, एंड शी शुड नो हाउ टू make her career, and what are her rights, what are her duties. तो उसको कोई डर ही नहीं होना चाहिए, not about the society, not about the family, not about, anything. So she should, go with a big bang and in a fearless approach, because the main reason with the women is they are really, fearful. So they fear for the safety, they fear for the education, they fear for, being judged by the society. So there are many things, there are many taboos. In fact, the career break is one of the taboo which is there with the woman. So there are many taboos with which the woman actually, live her life. So we do not want her to live with those taboo. In fact, she should release all those taboo and live fearlessly the way she wants. And when she will, live the life in her own way, I think such kind of innovation and that kind of things will come ahead, and they will help in building the nation in a much better way.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll I'll
I
now.
can't hear your voice. I think your voice is not audible.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
Hemang, your voice is not audible.
Ma'am, am I audible now?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I think I'll move on to the audience-based questions now. So, the first question that has been asked by Sakshan Dangi and is also a similar question has been asked by Mr. Naksin Pagare. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the name correctly, which is relating to the Vishaka guidelines and any amendments if they need. Ma'am, what do you think such amendments or guidelines should be according to the changing times?
I think this is, legally very much. It is, I would not. I'm not the right person to have the answer in this particular thing. The lawyers are much better person to give, answer in this thing. I am here to guide you with respect to women empowerment. So I can give you the things which are related to women guideline, women empowerment, women rights, and how the woman can take the life ahead in a fearless way.
So, ma'am, let me rephrase the question a little bit so that you can answer it with respect to your specialties. So, as per the question posted by Mr. Naksin Pagare, uh, he's mentioned that usually in cases of workplace harassment, right, if a higher official is harassing a woman who's below her in terms of the organizational hierarchy, right, in such case it becomes very hard for a woman to prove that certain things has happened on her, and again it's very emotionally and mentally tolling on this woman because she doesn't know what to do, because she thinks that her career is probably the best thing that happened to her. So, ma'am, what do you think women should do in such scenarios?
Yeah, this is very important and very good question. Reason being, many women are facing such things in the workplace, and workplaces are not that safe as they used to be at the earlier time. However, having said this, there are many inclusion, and there are many, I can say, there are many acts which are there for the females, not only for the females, but for the men also. And for example, sexual harassment act is also there. We have seen POSH thing, Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, is already there in the corporate. And it is a committee, and this committee is, when we say that it is a committee, it is a committee of many members in which the senior officials are there. Since I was part of one of such committee during my corporate life, so I have seen such cases the way you are saying. And we do the, we do all the kind of investigations and everything in a way that such the lady's name doesn't come ahead in front of that person, so that her, the name is not revealed, and her responsibilities and her job is not on stake. So we try not to reveal the name of the lady until and unless such thing is getting, proved. Until and unless we have to inquire in such a manner that, we have to ask, we have to name that person. So it depends on the person who is doing the inquiry as well, is as well, because it is on you how tricky your questions are and how good you are at not revealing the name. Still, you are taking out all the evidences and everything out of it. So there are many laws, and I have seen such cases wherein the top authorities have been demotivated. Either they were demotivated or they were asked to go. In fact, whatever cases I've seen that they were asked to go from the organization after doing such incidents, because for every company it is important to take strict action whenever such thing happens in the company, because for the company women's safety comes first. So whenever such thing happens, so whether it is a junior staff or a senior staff, we do not take into consideration. We just see that this is a female and this is a male who has done against which the case has been filed and they have approached us. So there are many authorities, and it is also on the authority as well, to take the things sensitively. So the authorities are also responsible to take due care, not to take that particular case in a very nice and a sensitive way.
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, so the next question has been posted by Mr. Elia Gauri. Uh, he's asked, Madam, what are the available measures for sensitizing community at large on respect and safety of women, and what is the framework available?
I think the biggest, the measure which we can take, or the thing available with the society, is awareness. The way Legal File is doing, they are creating awareness. Awareness is very much important. It is not only that the person who is speaking is aware of everything. In fact, when you guys ask question to us, then also we go and read certain things, and we also get aware. So learning is from both ways, the person who is listening and the person who is delivering. So from both the ways learning happens, and it is important to know, and it is important to spread whatever you have learned in the society. So whatever you have learned, even if your takeaways are two or three, that is enough. I think that is enough. If your takeaways are one or two also, and you have spread in the society, hey, look, I have learned this thing. Do you know? Are you aware of this? These are the new things which I've learned, and you should also know. And this is how the communication begins. And the other person also talks, yes, I also know about this thing, and in addition to this, I know this thing also. So this way, this is a healthy conversation, and it should be there in the society. And such Zoom conversation and awareness campaigns are playing a very important and vital role in empowering the nation. So I think this is one of the beautiful way. Second is, spreading awareness. Whatever you have learned, whatever you are learning, you just spread in your family. If you're not going anywhere out, then at least spread all those learnings in your family, to your wife, to your spouse, to your parents, to your kids. Just spread all the awareness, because it is very much important. I have a kid, and I educate him everything. Whatever we have talked about, he is aware of all the things. Whatever new learnings I do, I try to tell him about all those things, and the same way he also tell me. And when we are approaching to the community, friend community, or to the teachers or any other person, we try to apart from the normal talks, apart from the normal fun talks, we also do some kind of educative talks, which is helpful for everyone. So we should encourage such things.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so I, as a audience member, have this final question. Uh, Ma'am, so your NGO takes measures, I think, training measures to also train this entrepreneurship spirit amongst these women as well, correct? Could you
Absolutely.
talk a little bit about your framework and what your organization actually does?
So basically, wow, which is a World Association of Women Warrior, basically, they encourages all the aspiring women as well as the existing women, to be a part of a leading entrepreneurship place. And we fraternize these things, and we basically enable them, we support them, we help them with our repository. So we have a repository of all the leading, as I said, that we have a repository of all the leading business women with us, and their findings, their innovative ideas and everything. Apart from this repository, we also have the partners. For example, our entrepreneurs do not know how to file the taxes, so we have the partners attached with us, so that apart from the mentoring which they are getting from the senior women entrepreneurs, they are also getting support for such kind of things like filing the tax, getting the knowledge with respect to the tax or any other things. So any scheme which government has enrolled or which has been introduced, so we talk about all these things. Apart from this, we also do the events with respect to the safety, education, women education, equality, women, and such kind of things. So basically, we are focusing on women to get empowered in all the phases of life. So basically,
Is she audible to you?
I think she has an internet issue, I believe. Yeah, I think her screen froze.
am I audible now?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I think this got just a second. Huh?
Yeah, you are not visible, ma'am. Now
Huh.
you are. I'll just
Okay.
add you on the spotlight. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, we are trying to help the woman in a 360-degree angle. So in education also, in safety measures also, we are taking care of safety measures also. We are taking care of any kind of support or help which they require. So we are going to the villages also. We are understanding how the rural women are doing, because they are also, when we went to the rural area, we saw that there are many women who are doing amazingly well. In fact, you were talking about a new case. We have found a case wherein this lady was making pearl in a small pot. So, and there was another lady who is being recognized and being awarded as a mushroom girl. So she does the mushroom farming, and she is now a renowned entrepreneur and doing wonders in this particular uh, area. So we are basically helping the woman in a 360-degree angle.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think I think we've reached at the end of the session. It was really nice talking to you. I thank everyone who's come over here to listen to ma'am, and have also come here. And I hope that they've come here with an open mind. If they've gone here with something of value that ma'am has preached over here, and she's also mentioned a lot about women's safety, women rights, and women empowerment. I believe personally, I feel that in this upcoming generation, I think women are more smarter than men, and they are likely to achieve more compared to men. And as ma'am has rightly said, that something which was man dominated earlier is going to be women dominated in the future. We did have a man on the moon, but now we are also having female astronauts. So I think this cycle is going to continue on, and the I think it's because of this fire that women have in their stomachs, because of this inequality that women have faced in the past generations, is because now is the reason why they're excelling now, and it's the reason why they're closing this gap between men and women. And I feel very soon women will surpass men to an extent that men can't wouldn't be even able to reach. I thank everyone who've attended today, and thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am, for accepting my invitation on a very short notice and for
Thank
the
you so much.
session. Thank you so much, ma'am.